Holy hockey.
Now this is what I call a living room rink. You know what, this actually reminds me of when I was little. Hockey bags everywhere. Take a deep breath, go.
Is this what it's like to have boys?
This is what growing up in a hockey family is like.
Here we have Todd over here in this
This
corner,
your
and we
game
got
plan?
Jillian over here, and then she comes back, and then she comes over, and then she scores!
Oh, wow!
That is how it's gonna go.
Woohoo! I'm tired just even looking at it.
That was awesome. Well, you know, our next guest from the hit show Love It or List It Vancouver, which just started its third season on W Network. It's the charismatic realtor Todd Talbot and the fabulous former bachelorette Jillian Harris.
Hi.
How's that for an introduction?
You were a bachelorette?
I still am.
Still am.
Still are. Now,
Still am.
your kids are a little bit younger. Is your house quite like that now, hockey gear, or maybe a few years from now?
You know what? I just transformed our garage into a hockey rink. So that's where we go and play. They haven't quite got into the skates and the, all the hockey gear, but it was funny looking at that because I don't know, anyone who has had hockey gear in their house understands that smell. I mean, it is a unique experience. It's very Canadian.
That's the smell of Canada youth right there.
It is right there. Oh, clears the nostrils.
It certainly does.
It's disgusting.
I actually kind of like it. You walk into a rink, you get a little bit of that
nostalgia.
Musk. It's a musk.
It
It's
is.
sweet. It smells like dirty honey. Rotten honey. Canadian rotten honey.
Did you just call me honey?
No, I never would.
On television.
Nice.
Wow.
But third season, I'm sure
Yes.
houses aren't all like that. That was a fun one. There's obviously beautiful houses that you, Realtor Todd, introduced your lovely clients to.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, the house that this episode actually airs Monday night at 10 p.m. on the W Network, and it is the biggest budget that we've ever worked with on the show.
Oh,
I think it's over. I want to say over $2.5 million, $3 million. So yeah. So the purchasing budget. So we actually got
Not
to
the
go out-
renovation budget.
Not the renovation.
What was that?
It was $7.50.
No, it was over $100,000 for
Okay,
sure.
that's fun for you.
It was maybe like 150 or something.
Yeah.
But this episode that's coming on Monday night is one of my favorite episodes.
Okay.
Like Transform. That house was stunning.
Well, my performance was also pretty stunning as well. No.
For once.
Right. Well, 1 out of 75 ain't bad.
That's actually better than my high school average. So,
There you go.
on that note, do you guys keep track of who's winning? Because I was
Maybe it's
wondering.
third season.
Yeah, like who has loved it or
We
listed
stopped keeping track after probably our second glass of wine.
Yeah. And I don't keep track because basically my self-esteem would be pretty much on the floor.
even worse than.
Even worse than it already is.
It's weird. Like, you care about who's going to win, like, throughout the process. But in the end, you kind of, it's not that you don't care, but you know that they're making a choice that they're happy about. So you're kind of like, well, at least they're happy. And you're kind of like, oh, you'll buy me a glass
Our
of wine.
perspective is it's a win-win situation at the
Yeah.
end of the day. You know, they either end up with a great option to move or they always end up with a great renovation. So
Thank you.
But it must be intense.
just complimented me.
people- Yeah, I
No,
sensed
That's
it
as
in
close as
there.
it
Let's
gets right
keep
there.
moving, keep moving, keep moving.
But it must be intense because people care so much about where they live. So, and you know, you're the one, the front line for the bad news stuff with the asbestos or the electrical problems. So, does it get any easier, or is every episode like there's?
No, it gets easier.
Okay.
And sometimes you get immune to the problems. And you're like, yeah, you got asbestos. And they're getting all mad at you. And you're like, okay, come on. Like, we've done this 75 times. But
But they haven't.
But they haven't. Yeah, but it's true. You do. It's like, I'm sure, being an ambulance driver or something. You know, you get sort of immune to it for sure. But I was just gonna say something. Oh, it'll come to me.
And we get time.
It'll come to me. Yeah.
You forget something to say?
I know.
Shocking.
Yeah, it was to do with the loving and listing part.
The show.
Anyways. Yeah, the
Yeah.
show.
The
yeah.
Love It or List It show, Vancouver. Yeah.
Which, by the way, is international. You guys have
Yeah,
fans.
yeah.
Like you're on HGTV US,
Yeah.
Asia.
Yeah.
That must be cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. We get messages from people all over the world, sometimes in other languages.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they're saying. They might be, making fun of me.
Well, there's
Mostly
a few.
positive
Yeah.
as well, which is good.
Mostly positive.
Mostly.
Yeah.
There's some negative, just to
Social
keep-
media is hilarious though because
know.
people just feel like they can say anything.
Oh, yeah.
One, they feel like they know you, and a lot of it is positive. But sometimes it's just random, like super negative things that you're just like, Wow.
What is happening in your life right now that you have to be so negative to me?
Right,
you know?
and that you have the time to sit down and actually type that message.
But they're watching and paying attention.
That's true.
If you, and that's what, it's funny, that's what someone told us once. As long as you make people have emotions or feel something toward you, you're doing your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You got to create that buzz factor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you know that, because I have to ask about Bachelorette.
Oh, yeah.
Jillian.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just had a
Todd loves
local
this
girl.
conversation.
Oh, yeah. I love this. All right, here we go. Here we
Caitlin
go.
Bristow, this
She's
is one of the
awesome.
greatest seasons, I think. We said we both loved it.
Yeah.
She's from Vancouver. She knows the experience. You two, you've obviously had drinks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Don't go down that line of questioning anymore.
Yeah.
I actually got the final rose.
Yeah.
I'm just
Nice one. But what's your advice for her coming off of this whole roller coaster ride?
Well, I think she's dealt with the online bullying very well, better than I think I did. I think that's the biggest thing, is to acknowledge the positivity more than the negativity, and that's really hard to do, because out of 100 messages of good things that we hear, like sometimes you hear something that's bad, just one thing, and you know that person's probably a little cuckoo, for even saying that, and so, but for some reason you're fixated on defending yourself, and that truly is just a waste of time, whether it's for you or me or her. It's 100% a waste of time. Not to say that you shouldn't take constructive criticism, but I mean, just half the time, to me, it's staying focused on what your goals are, what makes your heart happy, what makes you tick, and even and I also think that she should capitalize on what is going on right now,
Right?
Because people will also judge you for doing that, but at the same time, she could buy her first house, bank some money, pay off school loans, and why wouldn't you do that? And you can do that and be in love as long as you balance, just like any one of us, right?
And look what it's done for you. So there you go.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it's a great
And love is
springboard.
messy. That's the thing. It's like, what are people expecting?
And I think for her and Sean, now's the time that they are going to have arguments about, oh, you're doing this event, or we heard a rumor about this, or and it's just about realizing that love is messy regardless of how you met, and sort of putting up with that crap.
I was wondering how you're going to finish that sentence. I was on the edge of my seat, putting up with that crap.
I think that's the advice you gave me, right?
Yeah. Come on, Jill. Just put up
Todd
with
is
that crap.
literally like my stand-in psychologist.
Yeah, is that because you guys have such a good
We're on the
relationship?
couch right now, so
Yeah.
if you want to do a little impromptu
yeah.
session, we
Love
can.
it.
But he always gives me good relationship advice. I've learned a lot from Todd in terms of relationships, because I'm full of energy, and I'm a fireball, and I'm very, very stubborn, and sometimes Todd puts me in my place and is like, it's not about you, and I'm like,
What?
It's important to have that relationship.
He's a
though,
wise
right?
guy, yeah.
And, we always got the work husband, work wife kind of relationship. And on that note, I hope this isn't too personal, but I don't know, are you guys into like swapping at all? Like, could we maybe do
like swingers?
Yeah, except not like that, but like
Yeah.
an episode. Maybe we could do like an episode together, like you
work
and I.
swingers.
Like work swinging. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
We've
in.
created a new term, I think.
I'm in.
Right.
Yeah? Maybe we could do an episode together.
Hey, you never know.
Maybe.
Never know.
Just don't be upset with me when your ratings tank and our ratings go through, okay?
Damn it, it backfired.
Nice one.
We're game for anything.
Yeah.
Basically is what
Right.
it was.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it could be fun.
I'm in.
I was not sure where you were going.
I
to
was
be
really
honest with you.
unsure.
I'm never
myself.
really sure where I'm going with anything.
But I think
so
that is a great way to end this,
we
this
should
little
probably
segment.
end before it gets too messy.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more to
Stay
come.
tuned.
Thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, you can catch the new season, new episode, pardon me, at Love It or List It Vancouver, Monday, August 3rd, 10 p.m. on the W Network.